Welcome to A Piece of CX. This week we're taking a look at the nice CXone Mpower 25.3 release. Some of the key highlights that will help you bring more out of your investment in CXone Mpower. We're going to start with dashboards and something pretty big, actually, something that was heavily requested whenever I chat to customers about dashboards. Customers love the new dashboard, but global filters. So previously, if you wanted a filter, you applied it on a per widget basis, and the dashboard can support up to 20 widgets. So now global filters, you can apply it across the entirety of the dashboard. And if you add further widgets, so say you've only got 5, you add a 6th, this will now recognize that as well, which means you can save time and effort when building out your dashboards. We have a new QM evaluation widget. So we have updated widgets in terms of QM evaluation, channel view within quality score, and there's a new coaching widget as well, although that does need performance management on top of it. The UI is getting a slight refresh, and there's a migration to the new architecture. So things such as the new agent state and contact state widgets, or those widgets even using the new metrics and improved speed as well. In the reporting widget, there are now 4 more templates added. So interaction summary, agent session, evaluation by team, and evaluator analysis. So more kind of reporting level data now available in dashboards as well. And within MyZone, you can now access dashboards. So fewer clicks for your users. With Enlighten Actions, there's a greater depth of content now available to you in terms of questioning with coverage for agent, contact, and segment. So you can now combine various different types of data, so like ACD and analytics or analytics and QM. So you might ask, give me the longest calls and combine them with their NPS, for example. You have the ability to now generate knowledge for non-expert customers. So previously this was only something relative to expert, but now you can export documents that you can then upload to your external knowledge libraries. New metrics as well on both silence and points of contact, and anomalies now has support for digital chat. So if you're following the anomalies section, more and more data going into there that you'll see at a glance when you first open up Enlighten Actions. There's now agent feedback in observability, so more and more feedback now from your agents, and you can export data from it as well. And similar to Enlighten Actions, observability, you can now query in natural language, making it more natural for your users just to ask questions of the data. Within the digital experience, there is now a custom identity being attached to outbound digital interactions, which will improve the data and reporting and stop there being a mismatch between, say, inbound and outbound digital experiences. One big name change and function change. So Bot Builder is now known as Agent Builder. This is utilized for CXone Mpower agents. These are automations that we can utilize within CXone Copilot, but also future you'll use them in, say, Autopilot and other parts of the platform. You can now use natural language to build those flows and integrations, which means your time to build is a lot shorter. You can just say, hey, I need to query or save some data to Salesforce using these variables into these fields, and it will build for you. There are a number of CRMs supported out of the box, but you can also bring APIs in and provide some guidance on that. There are also some great commercial offers on CXone Mpower agents at the moment, so chat to your nice team or your nice partner team for more information on that. If you're using Guide, then there are some accessibility updates so that if you're providing chat via Guide, you essentially have a more accessible solution for your customers. So keep an eye on that and some of the improvements there. If we move across to Interactions Hub, the Mpower player that was launched last year at 24.4, the old player has now been retired. So you'll no longer have that link to select the old player or new player, for example. Noise cancellation is now in GA. This can reduce noise and echoes for both the agent, customer, or both. Ideally, you want to use a USB headset, although any headset is supported, and that's toggled on the tenant for you to review. So you might need to ask NICE for assistance with that. In terms of routing, the ACD routing, the integrated matching is now generally available. So essentially what this does is allow you to compare priorities across different channels. Also in your contact handling settings, previously, all of the digital experience rolled up into digital. Now that is just for social, with email moving across to email and chat for chat. That might sound obvious, but those were previously utilized for legacy iterations of email and chat. Within workforce management, agent preferences are now part of the scheduling process, bringing the agent voice to scheduling, which is great for ESAT, for retention, and flexibility. So you can now apply those and understand how they will impact your scheduling. Also in WFM, there is now support for Avaya CMS via Engagement Hub. So this allows you to get even more for your legacy ACDs using CXone as that WEM overlay on top of, say, recording, analytics, and quality. Within interaction analytics, the transcript player has had updates, so that's very similar to Mpower Player in that you can annotate your interactions, you can look at categories, and do a few more things with it. So worth taking a look at that if you're in interaction analytics regularly. For those administering employees, there is now employee templates. So if you're adding employees, instead of having to go through settings on a one-by-one basis, for example, you can now create a template that will utilize those settings for a group of users. Within Agent, there are some updates as well. So desktop profiles. This allows you to apply some customizations to say, disable contact history, queue counters and scheduling. You can also change the size of the agent as well. There is a new enhanced customer card coming. So this is in controlled release at the moment, subject to the North America region, and is part of the eventual introduction of CXone Desk. So this brings together things such as an updated customer overview, the ability to click to contact on call, email, or SMS, interaction histories, customer notes, and customer lists, which are easy to search. You have a lot more capability within CXone Agent when you're viewing your customer card. Also within CXone Agent, this actually comes from customer feedback. It's how we handle emails. So email has always been quite interesting within CXone Agent, and now it's had a huge improvement in terms of the interface, the ability to sort from new to old. In fact, there's a setting now for email message sort order, and many more updates that will make handling emails a lot easier. So check out a future demo on this channel to learn more about that. Within the world of Agent Assist, Cognigy is now available via Agent Assist Hub for voice and digital. Nice product, also advised on a recent customer briefing that we can start to expect to see agentic capabilities from Cognigy into the CXone suite from 2026, which is only 2 releases away. So really interesting. Obviously, NICE made that announcement recently that they're acquiring Cognigy. You're going to start to see more and more of Cognigy within the CXone suite, which is really exciting. In terms of APIs, there are now APIs for Interaction Hub data policies, which allows you to automate compliance aspects rather than be on the platform, just building on a really interesting capability that came to market in recent releases. An update on desktop discovery. This is now available within Performance Management Native for all tiers, and there's no longer a minimum of 300 agents required. This means that if you want to understand inefficiencies on your desktop and how your agents are functioning around the desktop, you can easily adopt it for contact centers of all sizes. NICE are also running some significant discounts on this at the moment. See, at the moment being August 2025. Again, check in with your NICE team or your NICE partner team for more information. Copilot for Agent continues to grow and build. So Task Assist was brought in with the last release. Now you can proactively display those tasks within a Copilot journey instead of the agent potentially looking for them or searching for them. Another interesting update is auto summary, which until now has always only appeared in the notes field of the outcome card. You can now set this as a function of it appearing within the Copilot window instead. There are more custom prompts as well for a number of different aspects of Copilot. Moving on to quality management, the premium license, Quality Management Premium, is being retired. 2 aspects of that license are now available as add-ons to Quality Management Advanced. These are Enlighten Behaviors for CSAT, so customer satisfaction, and Enlighten Behaviors for sales effectiveness. You might also utilize these via Interactions Analytics Advanced, but now you can bring them as just add-ons into QMA. Additionally, this was mentioned as a controlled release in the last update. In 25.3, Evaluation Summary is now GA. So you'll get a summarization of an interaction, key insights, strengths, and also areas for improvement. So in terms of being able to coach your agents, a lot more that you can utilize there. Last couple of updates. Within CXone Supervisor, there is now the ability to support the new agent working states model. So this is the change to the data layer and the interaction model that has come in. So those new states are now supported within CXone Supervisor. Within the transcription engine, you can now customize vocabulary. So if you have unique verbiage to your business, you can now add these into a customized transcription. GenAI prompter, some interesting updates here. So we're big fans of this in terms of what you can do to create generative prompts for, say, auto summary and other aspects of the platform. Previously, what we've been doing generally is building prompts within this and then honing them, taking them out to, say, something like a Gemini or ChatGPT to refine them further, and then bringing them back into CXone. There is now an AI prompt within the prompt editor, allowing you to refine it further and say what you're looking for in more realistic terms. Additionally, there are new prompts for real-time summaries and custom sentiment as well. And finally, data policies, really interesting aspect of the platform. If you've not checked out an existing demo on this, there is now the ability to redact and to auto-redact from that. So if you need to take out certain sensitive data, for example, really, really handy. And there is a retention change policy being introduced. So you would set your recording policies and your storage policies, for example. This allows for a specific override based on a business need or a legal need. So more on that once that comes into the platform. They are some significant updates. There are many, many more. Check out the nice help site for more details, but significant updates for 25.3 with CXone. Thank you very much for watching.